It's Buck D and Shondeen, a show to be forever, a show that'll do whatever our viewers desires. It's Buck D and Shondeen, a show of perfection, an object of affection to quench our viewers' fire, completely free from infection, to be used at our viewers' discretion, waiting only for your direction. It's Buck D and Shondeen. It's Shondeen and Buck D. Actually, I said it backwards. We are back. It's your boy Buck D.
And I'm Shondeen.
As you can see, we are back another week. They let us come back. I don't know why, Shondeen, but I guess we're doing a good job. And we brought some fellas this time. What's going on? We got the great Zack Abeyta. And we got Lloyd Lee. I told y'all we had to have these dudes on the show because they are two of the three funniest people that I said are in the city, in the state. We already had Josh. So we had to bring you guys on. How you doing, fellas?
Appreciate it. Doing good, man. Josh is the third of the three, new color stuff, the three ninjas.
The three ninjas.
from the early 90s movies, so you know what's up. That's my buddy Josh Roney, the Coco Pelli sniper. This is my boy. This is my boy Lloyd Lee, 6 letters, 2 words. So.
I feel like, Shondeen, you missed the fitted cap memo. What happened?
I know.
You are really dolled up today. What's up with this?
You know, for real estate, I had a showing.
I dream a genie. Look at that.
I had to take my weave out. I had to get rid of that old energy, and so I got a new weave.
I'm mad because you've seen the way I look, and you ain't offered me not one piece of weave. Nothing at all. I look a mess right now. She ain't gave me one piece of weave. You see how she do me?
The weave. I'm gonna do Buck's weave.
Just one.
Just one. I just want.
He just wants a little strand.
So, fellas, how you been doing during all of this quarantine stuff?
Just trying to make it through, man. I miss live shows so much. I know Lloyd probably does. So
I'm just excited to be out of the house. Like, this is the first time I'm wearing like outdoor clothes.
Yep.
Right.
I put it out last night. I ironed it. I was so
You let
ready.
your hair grow. That's new. You want to show everybody?
Lloyd, but look,
that's
no,
new.
that's not weave.
That's virgin.
You know what? That's real yak.
Hey, why you gotta say it like that? Why you gotta say it like that?
No. I gotta say this though, Zack. I gotta give you props because Zack was running before all of this one of the best shows in the city.
I appreciate
at
it.
Canteen.
Yeah.
If you've never been to Canteen, if you've never seen Zack do his thing, you're missing out. So what's the deal? Are you gonna be able to pick that back up? Or
we're gonna pick that right back up in July. I was really bummed because in March when we were gonna do that was our 2-year anniversary show. It was gonna be our biggest show yet. Maverick was coming back from Oklahoma to host. Both of these guys were on the show. Shondeen was gonna be in the audience, and it was gonna be. And it was gonna be a lot of fun, and we were just gonna be there chilling. No, I can't wait. It'll be fun. No, I love Shondeen. She looks beautiful today.
That's where we met.
Yeah, that's where me and Lloyd met actually. Zack, I want to say this: you were the first person to actually ever get on my shows at Nexus.
I was just talking about that.
I was. This was back before it was a mic. We would just walk around, tell jokes loud. There was no either you were funny or the crowd would drown you out. Zack was the first person to come over there and do that. So I've always appreciated that, man.
Luckily, the audience just let me do my thing. They didn't boo me off, so I was just happy with that because I was out there with my tight pants, no mic.
Nothing.
No light, just walking around tables.
And it was packed. That was when it was just raw. So.
And I found out about that show from my mom. My mom actually forwarded me a Facebook message that was like, "Hey, looking for any Albuquerque comedians that want to open up for this show."
That's cool.
And one of the first piece of comedy advice I got from Brian Posehn's opener is do any room you can.
Yeah.
Like as you're starting, like do any room you can.
Yep.
So I took that opportunity, and not only did Buck have me at the Nexus show, I got to do the radio show, and we did that a few times leading up to the show. So it was a great experience, and that Nexus show has grown to be also one of the best shows in town.
Oh, that's a Terror Dome, y'all.
I mean,
Thunderdome.
I've seen them all go down there. Like I've seen I've had like some of the best sets ever, but I've also seen a dude follow me and then get booed off stage so bad that the window steamed over. So it happens all there. I've seen Josh Fournier like have to bust out his turquoise and start blessing people. It goes down at Nexus. So.
You know, I think that's a big thing, especially in Albuquerque. I mean, even when I got here in January, the most you can do is maybe 12 sets.
Right.
You gotta do 12 sets. If you miss one set, you're like, you gotta get all the sets that you could possibly get. So I definitely agree with that advice.
So we gotta introduce the audience to Lloyd. Lloyd's a beast, man.
Yeah,
This guy.
The way he just came in a boot camp, bro, and started busting out.
So I moved here in December from DC. I lived in DC for like 4 years, and then I'm an LA comic. I'm a Boston boy. So I really appreciate like the community that's here, the fact that I have an opportunity. You know, I had a really bad experience in DC. So.
Yeah, you told us about. I remember you telling me and Jamar at that. Where were we? At
Tractor. That was the first night I went out. Jamar, $40 funny. I didn't say it.
Wait. You just had a baby.
Oh, congratulations.
Wait. Speaking of mood at Nexus. No, I'm just playing.
Okay, so let me explain. We were having a conversation, and he was talking about like your worth or something like that.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, you know, how funny are you? You know, like for tickets wise, he's like, oh, I'm funny. I can sell tickets. Like, well, can you sell $20 tickets? Because that's kind of comedy club prices. It's $20.
Yeah.
He goes, no, I could definitely sell $40 tickets. I was, so you're $40 funny. He goes, yeah,
Wait. Jamar said this? Jamar, you're coming on the show next week. You gotta answer this, bro.
Yeah.
Like $40 funny?
And he'll do it. He'll do it. Yeah, you were there. He'll do it. The thing about it, that we've seen him. Remember when we went to El Paso?
Yep. He was in the
The
comedy
thing about
competition.
Jamar is he needs the stage and the spot. He's a Showtime guy. He rehearses his sets. He knows each movement of his lip. He knows, and then when he does a raw room, that's when something, you know.
You know what? I never thought about that. Now that makes sense because
Remember how good he did at El Paso?
He did good, but I did better. But
But like El Paso, don't let this happen. But in their third place.
they were like, he can't win. He's not from here.
It was
but that makes
He
sense.
took all the women.
That makes
He took
sense.
their money,
That makes
their
sense.
shirts.
Yes,
Everyone was doing
Their weaves.
their weaves. Buck took off with everybody's weave, everybody's money that day. They wanted
Did
to
you
kick his
rob the
ass.
place?
No, they gave it to me. You know, there's like
They were intimidated.
there's 4 more black people in El Paso than it is here. So they rolled out the red carpet for me. So what's going on today? Let's get into these current events because I know Shondeen wanted to talk about it. I'm gonna let you take the lead on this. What did you want to talk about today?
Let's talk about Sweden. And then you said there was another one.
Sweden.
Sweden.
Who talks about Sweden? What?
Sweden's never went on quarantine since day one.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought that was interesting. I didn't know about that either till
Really?
last week.
But don't like 5 people live in Sweden?
I was gonna say that's like North Dakota. That's like North Dakota. People
Is it
like
like a person, a city, any? No, I don't know what's going on in Sweden, but man, like maybe they did it right? The elevation.
I don't think nobody's flocking to go to Sweden though. I couldn't.
Who else can go?
Maybe they got crazy genes because they're all tall and blonde. And
Yeah, COVID down here. You know, it's up here. That's where-
all everyone down here, you guys get COVID. New Zealand said they eradicated it. They just said,
Really?
oh, we're done.
They said they're done. That's
Well,
what
see,
it is.
I can see that.
It's a mind frame. That's how I
You
look
think
at it.
so?
It's a mind frame. You know, when it's done, it's done. Same thing with
Well, that-
racism. It starts today. We're not doing it anymore.
Well, it's-
Bottom line.
That's great for you, Shondeen, and your complexion. I'm glad you can say that.
Weird history.
Underneath this,
I understand.
Listen.
I can understand.
Listen, Shondeen said racism is over. It's over, y'all.
Yeah, it's done.
we're done. No more.
She
We're
put
not
that on
doing
her weave. It's over.
it. Honestly.
Now open, New Mexico's premier sports bar, Stadium 66. Cheer for your favorite teams on the largest state-of-the-art TV screens. Tackle the amazing appetizers, and then take on the rest of the menu. Now, for the first time ever, watch your team, bet your team. Stadium 66, your place for beer, bites, and bets. Located in the Route 66 Casino Hotel, I-40, exit 140.
St. Clair Winery and Bistro has been renamed in honor of our founders, the Lascombe family. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro continues to deliver the same exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect since 2005. Visit us today, D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
We gotta talk about this, y'all. Shondeen's crazy thing about the world ending. Let's talk about
But
this.
she also sent all of us a message that said that the world was gonna end from a meteor, and I
We all got
thought
the
it was
message.
so crazy. I didn't even think she sent it. I thought it was spam mail and it was gonna hack my if I opened it.
Yeah.
And Josh was like, "No, dude, she really thinks." She's
No,
like, "So
she
you sent
really
your
thinks.
goodbyes to Shondeen."
You have to
Did
explain
you see
it.
my goodbyes? Have you
She's
seen
all
my
saying
goodbyes?
sweet love letters to
And then they
everyone.
moved the news feed.
Shondeen.
And nothing happened.
Shondeen. I'm mad. I'm mad because you're like betting on the world to end, like so you can be right. Is that you wanted to be right about
No,
the
no,
world?
no. Well, a lot of people got this inbox, and we'll show it.
I
We'll
didn't
show
get
it on
it,
the
by the
thing.
way. I didn't
Okay.
get the inbox.
Well, it wasn't
She
from me.
She
I
didn't send it to
was
me.
like,
Oh,
it was
okay.
a spam. It was a spam or something that
That's
came
spam.
up, but it looked. When you did the groundwork on it, and it says, well, the world's going to end because it's going to kill the entire population.
Well, I hope so. That's the end of the world.
Yeah,
basically.
I'd be like,
I'm scrolling through Facebook going, oh, this meteor is not coming fast enough.
right. I know, and I'm like, I was so scared of the freaking quarantine. I was like, oh my God, this is New World Order. But then the asteroid is coming, so I was like, that ended.
Shondeen.
And well, I really thought so, because when you look it up, there was an asteroid that was really coming.
You're looking it up where?
On NASA.
No, you're
Yeah,
not.
yes. Yes.
But when they say,
Yes, the asteroid actually passed.
when they say
gosh,
things
Shondeen.
asteroids
I
come
freaked
close,
me the
like
fuck
we're talking
out.
about like hundreds of millions of miles. Like that's close.
Yeah.
But it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the Empire State Building just.
It's not like it
It does
nicked.
happen
Yeah.
more than often, but
It's not like it nicked the corner of the earth.
No,
It
it's not.
still was like solar systems away.
No.
It wasn't even like a Bruce Lee like.
Yeah, it's not even.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
It wasn't even that
all
close.
Bruce Lee, it was like this. You're the Earth. It's like right here.
Yeah, that's right. Bruce Lee was like, okay.
Why, Shondeen, you do not take me as a person to believe in stuff like this. Like
Well,
what
I mean,
what
it's-
what
it's-
what
it's-
were you
but when I
what were
look
you
it up, I was like,
smoking
oh,
that
shit.
But
night?
she's also dressed up like it's the end of the world's funeral. So
I So when we looked it up, I was like, oh my God, this could be real because there was an actual, and then they said, and then the way that NASA put it, they said, it will not harm or come anywhere near Earth, but it's passing by. So that
That's
sounds
not-
like,
that's a
it already sounds like, hey, this isn't gonna hurt.
That's like
You know,
saying-
this isn't gonna hurt, but here's your shot. You know what I mean? That's what
I
it
can't
sounds
trust
like.
anything Shondeen sends me. Her next article said that Muggsy Bogues was paying for the murder hornets. So I can't trust anything she sends me.
That's
I'm
like
he's been
saying-
retired for 20 years, first of all, and that's not a real NBA team, Shondeen.
Really? No, that's like saying, okay, the NBA's starting back up in Florida. That's like saying LeBron's gonna fly over Albuquerque, go outside at 7 p.m. and look him up. And he's like, and he's like, LeBron! You can't
You know
see
what's
nothing.
sad? So they had like an online viewing of the asteroid, so everyone can view it safely. But
Oh, that's why you're dressed up.
yeah, well, this is my condolences for the asteroid. So we were all watching, and we're trying to watch it.
Who is we? What is going on?
I
Say we
can't
with the
say
asteroid.
all the people who I
Facebook
scared.
Live, 12 viewers.
Yeah.
12 viewers.
Hey, 2 viewers.
You were
It's
up
really what it turned out to be. It really was. I was like,
Hosted by
holy
Carol
shit.
Baskins.
Yeah, I know.
We were
You were up at 4 in the
terrified,
morning looking.
waiting for this thing, and you want to know what? This is how I feel so duped, bro.
What?
We were waiting, me and two of my friends, on the thing, on the NASA, and they said that the satellite could not capture the asteroid.
That's
So I
how
said,
far away it
It's a
was.
hoax!
That's how far away it was.
I will never have that moment back, bro. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna start living life to the fullest extent.
To the
A
fullest.
fairy tale meteor.
And once we
Now
get
you're
out-
living your best life.
It's over, and I said, it's done,
Near
it's
death.
done.
Near death is like a vague. It's a vague distance. Near death. It's like,
I was
of
in there,
course.
I was like, oh god, the quarantine, I said, the COVID-19, the murder hornets, the asteroid, I'm over here like a damn tweaker in the middle of the room.
First of all, Shondeen's lying. Shondeen has not quarantined. I hope the governor's not
she's
watching
not
this.
in quarantine at all.
Okay, Zach, I'm not gonna steal your
Not
thunder. Tell us what you said
I saw,
about.
right, you remember when it was like they were showing all the spring breakers in Florida? No, we
Shondeen.
deserve this. We don't have to be quarantined. Shondeen was in the back looking like Cholula Barbie. And no mask, nothing.
Hey, here's a disclaimer. Shondeen hasn't been on spring break since 1983. She was ready for something to happen.
The grind.
No, I want to get back to you fellas though. Let's start with you, Lloyd. So what do you see for the future of comedy, of stand-up
Because
comedy?
you're Asian and you have those abilities.
Yeah. China is like 15 hours ahead, so they're in the future.
Look, that's what look, if I had to trust one person on this panel, it's Lloyd. I can trust myself.
And Josh, with his abilities too, with the turquoise and stuff, very trustworthy.
No, actually,
we love you guys.
No, out
Tell
of,
us what's gonna
out
happen.
of respect, I weave one dream catcher a week for Josh, but then I go to Loy's house and I light a Chinese lantern in his front yard, and that's just out of respect.
Well, we hang the dream catcher from the lantern.
Yeah.
Keeps it from blowing around in this crazy wind.
Well, we don't have nothing but chicken, so I don't know.
Now open New Mexico's premier sports bar, Stadium 66. Cheer for your favorite teams on the largest state-of-the-art TV screens. Tackle the amazing appetizers, and then take on the rest of the menu. Now, for the first time ever, watch your team, bet your team. Stadium 66, your place for beer, bites, and bets. Located in the Route 66 Casino Hotel, I-40, exit 140.
St. Clair Winery and Bistro has been renamed in honor of our founders, the Lascombe family. DH Lascombe Winery and Bistro continues to deliver the same exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect since 2005. Visit us today. DH Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
I want to know how do you see, because you're the veteran here. How do you see will stand up change from here on out, or what's the deal?
I feel that we're just gonna have to put in more work in smaller venues.
Right.
So 100-seater, let's say a 200-seater, we're doing 100 people, and then we're doing like 6 shows versus our normal 4 shows.
Well, I want to tell you now, there's some comedians watching this saying, what is he talking about? 100 people? That's the most I've done in 5 years combined. So I understand what you're saying, because I don't know how you feel or you guys feel, but I think the game has got to change. There's no way that it's going to be able to be the same.
Hybrid as well. I think that we gotta offer like online viewing for
Like a live
paywall.
stream, yeah.
Like a paywall though.
Right.
I do like that idea a lot.
And
Would you
also-
say fans only or only?
Friends of OnlyFans.
Friends of
Friends
Friends of OnlyFans, Pornhub.com.
So, X videos.
I want to ask you, Zach.
Yeah.
So, what have you? Because I've noticed. We were talking about. There are certain comedians here that have actually taken advantage and stepped out of their comfort zone and went online and stuff. And you're one of them. Is this something that you figured out? Like, this is just a different avenue that I have to grow in, or what's the deal with you and your online?
Well, I was talking to, like Maverick and Josh, because we always try to, kind of bounce ideas, and we're saying, how are we going to stay relevant without being able to do canteen, without being able to be at the shows? And me and Josh create so much content nightly at the mics, it's always for our stories. So we decided to go live. And at first, like, it wasn't just clicking off the bat. Like, I was just trying to talk, and 10, 15 minutes felt like forever. And I was like, asking the audience, like, you guys ever seen any ghosts?
So Shondeen has this asteroid.
The other day, I was walking down the street, just going into old bids.
After doing it for a few weeks, I finally felt my groove, and finally felt like I was comfortable being silly, just talking into my phone. And that was, me and Josh would do stuff for 45 minutes, and be like, yo, we were just on for almost an hour.
Didn't even know.
We just did like a
just like you're on stage.
And like our last ones, we've been having so much. Like one of our last ones, we were just talking about like old 90s bangers that we liked as kids, and we started singing some, and then like people started posting some, and we started singing, and it was so funny, it was so fun, and Josh was like, this is, and especially because he's way out there, how he talked about on the show, he's out there with nothing really right now, so for us to have fun for an hour and feel a little normal and just be able to be silly and like with the tension of Corona and everything, because 3 months of everything and the economy and just, you know what I mean? It really it's important for people to just escape and
get away.
These dudes are being silly, and let's just jump in and have a good time.
Like I'm glad that the quarantine has lasted as long as it has, but it's given everybody the understanding that your coronavirus, your quarantine jokes aren't original. Like
zero.
It's zero. Like everything that you thought, the beer or whatever, it's like
that's already 5 minutes ago.
That was before we even quarantined.
That was
because when I heard you do it, like I heard every other one, every Mexican comment do it. And you go, oh Jesus! But hopefully that gives everyone an understanding that like, you should rethink all of your jokes.
Right.
You should rethink all of your perspectives.
You know what's so funny that you said that, because I say that I have a certain style. So the reason why I asked you that question, because that's something that I've learned. I'm like, man, I love being on stage, but you know what? I've never hit the internet. And that's what's popping right now.
Yeah.
So now, when I first started it, I was like, hey, what's up? My voice is all cracking.
And the telephone.
Well, when you started putting out the quarantine mix song, with the Photoshop faces, I'm like, that's hilarious. And that's when like, okay, everybody finds their lane, and you were putting out those like every few days. And jumping online and doing live.
So I got something that I ain't even told anybody. You remember those old 80s CD 800 commercials?
Oh yeah.
I'm turning that into one of those, and we're shooting it. There's gonna be some.
That's the best.
Give us a sample. We want to see.
No,
Come on.
no, because Shondeen. No, she's always in hustle mode. She wants everything for free. No, the thing is, it's not. You gotta see. It's like a real production. So shout out to the BS show, me and Six's show.
I like that.
So it's gonna be a real.
Anticipation.
It's like a real commercial. You'll see the streams and all that stuff. So
but going back to the doing lives, like that's something I will still continue to do after Corona, because I realized I was like, oh, you're funny online too. That's a different level.
It's a whole different,
and it's
a different pacing.
It's
different timing. It's
different. We started getting followers from all over the place.
Yes.
Like, so it really showed like
Gala.
Outer Grants.
He said like Gallup.
Outer Grants, if you believe that's a place. So, and that's just weird. So the live videos will continue to go down.
Yeah.
That'll help promote the shows.
Right,
help promote
exactly.
upcoming merch.
Make people want to come see you and
all that.
stuff.
Okay.
Look at that, man. So no, I love it because, like I said, you two fellas, man, y'all inspire me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Everybody thinks that I'm like self-promoted or self and all that. To me though, like to me, this game, the comedy game, it is competitive, and then you don't want to get left behind. So when I see, and you will get left, and I've seen it. I've seen it already, and I'm still a baby in this stuff. I've seen people, even start strong, and then you're like, man, what happened to that guy?
Marathon. The marathon continues. That's really what it is.
I want to ask you though, Shondeen. You know what I think that's missing? Women in comedy.
I know.
What's up with the women in comedy here? Like,
You know what?
we had Kat last week. We had Kat last week. So we don't talk about this. So the thing is, I always get asked, what about women? What about the lady comics? And I'm like,
Let me tell you what's going
Well,
on
I'm
with
not
bitches, bro.
No, go ahead. Tell us.
Well, for me personally,
Yeah.
the obstacles were when you have a dude trying to tell you what to do and you live with him at home and he looks at you like you can't go out there because you're flirting with everybody. Or I'm building an audience and all these dudes are like, hey.
That's the same thing.
And it's just,
Same
it's not
thing.
really like that.
Yeah.
It's nothing
Same
sexual.
thing guys
Yeah.
go through.
It's
We
just-
go through that, trust me.
For
Yeah,
a
no,
female,
it's hard to
it's
find
hard
something.
because
I've been through some.
you're supposed to be a mother.
yeah.
You're supposed to be at
married.
home. You're supposed to be the mom. I got 2 kids. Nobody even knows about it because
Right.
they're still locked up in the basement because I'm still trying to be calm.
One thing I noticed that's hard for like girls that are getting into the open mic scene here too, like young girls that want to start doing mics, is like, yo, the open mic scene can be like the dudes can be creepy around there. And
Oh,
I've seen it.
God.
First of all,
Yeah,
first of all,
They are creepy.
and I've seen girls come out and want to do comedy and just want to do comedy, and then dudes like, yeah, well, you want to talk comedy, blah blah blah, and then just creeps them out, and they don't come around after a moment.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
open
yeah.
mics
It could be a real
unfortunate.
turn off. Oh, you know what?
Open mics are not fun to begin with. Like,
Right.
it is the worst case scenario for every comedian.
You know
and
what?
then you have that.
Me and Josh
And
joke
then you
around,
have
but we legit have like a couple of times I've been like, all right, if this dude who's a little off starts shooting, throw the table up, run out this door. It's like,
Gotta exit.
there's people, it's the one situation that anybody could just come up and sign up to talk.
Right.
So you do come across some people that are a little off.
Well, and the
or-
shows too. So when I first started stand up in 2012, and I quit. And it was no secret why I quit because then I went back on the mic and I talked about why I quit. And I would get on shows and do professional comedy shows, and I had a nasty promoter grab my ass not once but twice.
Wow.
I was wearing a mini skirt, okay, a gold one, and I'm in character. A lot of people don't understand when you go on stage, you become a different person.
Right, it's not you.
So when
Yeah,
I'm
we do it
talking
here.
about,
Yeah.
so I had to rethink my set as a female. I can't do horror comedy anymore, even though I think it's hilarious. I can't do it because I got treated like that. So but here's what a true comedian does, and I consider myself a true comedian because I went back on stage and I go, you don't grab my ass. Here's what I told the promoter, you don't
Right.
grab my ass like that, bro. You grab it like this, you know? And that's how you take it. You got it, but that happened, bro. And I can see some females not liking it or not even be able to 1-2 that
Right.
dude real quick. You know what I mean? I can see that. I can see somebody falling and going, no, this is not the way it's supposed to be, and then start, really just quit. Which is not
Hey,
cool.
I want to say thank you, fellas, for coming.
Thanks,
He's all
Man, no, they wrapping us up. I want to thank y'all for coming. This was a dope show. This is one of the shows that I like to do because we didn't have any talking points. It wasn't no type of structure. We just wanted to sit around and chop it up. We all have something to say, and I love everybody's perspective. What you got to say, Shondeen?
I love you guys. Be careful. I put the acid asteroid.
Fellas, let the viewers know how they can find you online or anything else. You got a lot of merchandise. Bro.
Yeah,
Let them know
I
where they
got
can
a
get
bunch
it.
of merch, so just hit me up on my Instagram, Zack Abeyta Comedy. Find me on Facebook, just Zack Abeyta. Loy Lee, 6 letters, 2 words. Shondeen.
Hey, he's doing it all. That's what I'm like.
and then Shondeen's OnlyFans is the meteorite mistress. Yeah, so.
Hey, give us a sample. Can we get some samples of your
Look
merch?
at this.
Yeah, we got you. I'll give you the pitch. I'll give
Lauren, you got something to say, man?
Yeah, find me Loy Lee Comedy, LOYLEE Comedy across all your social media websites. I'm doing music reactions on YouTube. Those are taking off.
Hey, everything, bro. We got everything in the building. Thank y'all for coming in, watching us do our thing. Check us out next week, every Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m., Comcast 26.
Boom.